Greetings viewers, I am Monotone Maverick. Welcome to the channel. This is the first, or really the introduction video for this channel. Let me explain what this channel will be all about. I am an avid model kit builder, but I don't build common kits such as cars, fighter jets, or even World War II tanks. I mostly build gunpla. For those of you who don't know, in anime these are these mechs, or operational robots being piloted and used for war. As the years went by, it became so popular that the first Gundam series, known as Gundam Wing, came in from Japan in the West, I want to say in the late 90s. And it became so popular that they brought more Gundam anime from Japan to the West, or in the United States. And it created such a big fan base that they created model kits for them. The first set that came were 1/100 scale high-grade kits from the anime Gundam Wing, which I highly recommend watching. It's actually one of my favorite Gundam series or even anime series to watch. As further years continued, it became so popular, Gunpla, that they created thousands upon millions of model kits, and they all range variously from master grade, high grade were the first ones, perfect grade, and even real grade. And also the scales varies as well. The high grades were 1/100 scale, or even in some cases 1/144 scale. All master grades are 1/100 scale. All perfect grades are 1/60 scale. And all real grades from what I know are 1/144 scale. Aside from Gundam model kits, I also build Zoid model kits. Now Zoids have a similar concept to Gundams, with the exception is that Gundams were more humanoid-based mechs, whereas Zoids are animal-based. And they actually were the same reason they were used for war. And for a certain series, or a certain anime series, they were actually used for a battle championship, which I will explain later. Zoids started out back in the early to mid 1980s by one of the first distributors in Japan known as Tomy. As years went by, Tomy tried to change a few things with the Zoids model kits, but it wasn't really until, I would say, the early 2000s that Zoids made a big hit. Tomy worked with Hasbro in the West, or the United States, to create the customized mobilized Zoids line. It became so popular due to the first Zoids anime from Japan that came to the West, known as Zoids New Century. For those of you who are unfamiliar with that, the main character was known as Big Cloud, and his main Zoid was Liger Zero. And New Century was the first Zoids anime that came from Japan. However, the first Zoids that was created was Zoids Chaotic Century. Zoids Chaotic Century was mostly revolved around war, whereas Zoids New Century was revolved around sport, really. In Zoids Chaotic Century, the main character Van found a abandoned shield Liger that was eventually brought back to life by an organoid known as Zeke. Now, if this sounds confusing, just watch the series. Zoids Chaotic Centuries, I recommend. Very good story, very good characters. I actually recommend that than Zoids New Century. Due to the anime, the model kits that came in from Japan became so popular. It was the mobilized customized lines I mentioned before. However, as time went on, Zoids did not become as popular until, I want to say, early 2010s, that Kotobukiya, I'm hoping I'm saying that name correctly, created a new line of Zoids model kits that were not by a motorized mechanic system. They were actually posable. And that basically brought back Zoids into the fandom. And that became a success for Kotobukiya, along with swords vents entirely. Now, aside from building Gunpla or Gundam model kits and Zoids, I also have a few figurines too that I also make reviews on for collectors who are interested. I will admit that this channel is a little bit late. What I mean by that is I have been building model kits for years, and I took this much time to decide to actually create a YouTube video or YouTube channel about it. So I do apologize about that, but better late than never. So I'm hoping that any of you who are watching this are interested. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And if you don't like it, that's fine. Share it to someone who you think will like it. Now, before I end this video, you're probably wondering why do I have 4 cans of spray paint on a rotating turntable? Well, I sometimes do some customization on these kits, and one of them is just spray paint. Now, I won't tell you what kits I'll be using these spray paint cans for. That would be a surprise. So if you're interested, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and share the video. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you next time.